Okay guys, and welcome to a special astronomical events video where I talk about the highlight astronomical events for the year 2022. So, sorry for the late upload because I got really busy with school and I'm just managing my time here. So, if you don't want to miss out on any of my new videos, please do hit the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell as well. So, starting on March the 2nd, we will have a Mercury-Saturn Conjunction event where both planets appear very close to each other in the night sky as seen from Earth. The conjunction event can be seen in the early morning to the east before sunrise, so you will have to wake up early to witness this event. The Milky Way core and the planets Venus and Mars will also be visible at the same time as the conjunction event. This makes it a great photographic opportunity to capture the four planets together with the Milky Way core before the sky gets too bright. The moon will not be in the sky during this time, which ensures dark skies. On March the 16th, we will have a Venus-Mars conjunction event where the two planets appear very close to each other in the night sky as seen from Earth. Saturn, Mercury, and the Milky Way core will also be visible at the same time as the conjunction event. The bright 95% illuminated waxing gibbous moon will set before astronomical twilight, which ensures dark skies. On March the 18th, we will have the third full moon of the year, called by the Native American tribes as the worm moon. The full moon got its name since this was the time of the year when the earthworms start to reappear after the ground softens. This full moon is also known as the crow moon, crust moon, lenten moon, and the sap moon. There will be no blue moon this year, and the other full moons will occur on April the 17th, May the 16th, June and July the 14th, August the 12th, September and October the 10th, November the 8th, and the last one on December the 8th. On March the 20th, Venus will reach its greatest western elongation of 46.6 degrees from the Sun. This puts the planet at its highest position above the eastern horizon in the early morning, making it the best time to capture the planet. Venus will be in its first quarter phase during this time, and will gradually get smaller as the days go by. The Milky Way core and the planets Mars and Saturn will also be visible at the same time. However, the bright 97% illuminated waning gibbous moon will make it very difficult to capture the Milky Way core. At the same time, we will also have the March equinox where the sun will shine directly in the equator. This will result in nearly equal amounts of day and night. For the northern hemisphere, the vernal equinox occurs in March and the autumnal equinox in September. In the southern hemisphere, the vernal equinox occurs in September and the autumnal equinox in March. On March the 29th, we will have the Venus-Saturn Conjunction event where the two planets appear very close to each other in the night sky as seen from Earth. The planet Mars and the Milky Way core will also be visible at the same time as the conjunction event. The moon will be in its waning crescent phase with 12% illumination when this happens, so it will not be that hard to capture the Milky Way core in areas with less light pollution. From April the 22nd to the 23rd, we will have the peak of an average meteor shower known as the Lyrids Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from April 16 to 25 and is caused by dust particles left behind by comet C-1861 G1 Thatcher, which was discovered in 1961. It peaks this year on the night of April the 22nd and the morning of April the 23rd at 20 meteors per hour. The Lyrid meteors can sometimes produce bright dust trails that can last for several seconds as they enter Earth's atmosphere. However, the 68% illuminated waning gibbous moon may block some of the faintest meteors this year. Best viewing will be from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Lyra but can appear anywhere in the sky. On April the 29th, Mercury will reach its greatest eastern elongation of 20.6 degrees from the Sun. This is the best time to view the elusive planet Mercury since it will be at its highest point above the horizon in the evening sky. Look for the planet low in the western sky immediately after sunset. The planet will be right beside the Pleiades star cluster during this time as it begins to conjunct with the star cluster the following night. This makes it a great photographic opportunity to capture both the Pleiades and Mercury at the same time. Now, April brings us a special event known as a partial solar eclipse on April the 30th. A partial solar eclipse occurs when the moon partially obscures the sun. This solar eclipse can be safely viewed using solar eclipse glasses, its reflection on water, or through a solar filter. This eclipse will be seen throughout most of the Southeast Pacific Ocean and southern South America. The eclipse is best seen from Argentina since it has 53% coverage. At the same time, we will have the Venus-Jupiter conjunction event where the two bright planets will become a double star. The pair will be visible in the early morning to the east, 90 minutes before sunrise. From May the 6th to the 7th, we will have the peak of an above-average meteor shower called the Eta Aquarids Meteor Shower, capable of producing up to 60 meteors per hour. The shower runs annually from April 19 to May the 28th and is produced by dust particles left behind by Comet Halley, which has been observed since ancient times. It peaks this year on the night of May the 6th and the morning of May the 7th. However, most of the activity can only be seen from the southern hemisphere, so the northern hemisphere will get a peak of 30 meteors per hour. The waxing crescent moon will set early in the evening, leaving dark skies for what should be an excellent show. The meteor shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation Aquarius, but can appear anywhere in the sky. Now, May the 16th brings us a special event called a total lunar eclipse. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the moon is completely engulfed by the Earth's darkest shadow, called the umbra. During this time, the moon will gradually get darker and appear blood red. The blood red color of a lunar eclipse is due to the indirect and much dimmer sunlight refracted by Earth's atmosphere shining on the moon. This eclipse will be visible throughout all of North America, Greenland, the Atlantic Ocean, and parts of Western Africa and Western Europe. From May the 26th to the 27th, we will have a lunar occultation of Venus where the moon blocks our view of the planet in some parts of the world. The occultation will be visible from parts of Asia and Madagascar, but for those outside the occultation area, they will only witness a Moon-Venus conjunction event where the two objects appear close to each other. On May the 29th, we will have a Mars-Jupiter conjunction event in which the two planets will appear very close to each other in the night sky, as seen from Earth. Look for the two planets in the southeast in the early morning before sunrise. On June the 4th, Saturn will begin its retrograde motion in the night sky, where it will appear to stop moving in its usual eastward motion and start to move westwards. The planet will begin to move eastward again on October the 22nd. Retrograde motion in planets is caused when a faster moving object, like the Earth, overtakes or passes a slower moving planet. More distant planets move slower across the sky than those that are closer to us. On June the 14th, we will have the first of the 3 supermoons this year, called by the Native American tribes as the Strawberry Moon. The moon got its name since it signaled the time of the year to gather ripening fruit, and it coincides with the peak of the strawberry harvesting season. This supermoon is also known as the Rose Moon and the Honeymoon, and will appear bigger and brighter than a typical full moon. The other supermoons this year will take place on July the 13th, and another one on August the 12th. On June the 16th, Mercury will reach its greatest western elongation of 23.2 degrees from the Sun. This is another good time to view the elusive planet Mercury, since it will be at its highest point above the horizon in the morning sky. Look for the planet low in the eastern sky just before sunrise. A planet parade of Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn will also be visible during this time, making this a great photographic opportunity. On June the 21st, we will have the summer solstice that will occur at 9:05 Coordinated Universal Time. During this time, the Earth will be tilted toward the Sun, and the Sun will have reached its northernmost position in the sky over the Tropic of Cancer at 23.44 degrees north latitude. This is the first day of the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, and the first day of the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. On July the 4th, Earth will reach its aphelion, which is its farthest approach from the Sun. The Earth will be around 1.0167 astronomical units away from the Sun, which puts us at 3 million kilometers further away than usual. During this time, Earth's orbital velocity is at its lowest and will require more time to travel around its orbit. On July the 28th, Jupiter will begin its retrograde motion in the night sky. The planet will appear to stop moving in its usual eastward direction and start to turn westward. Jupiter will start to move eastward again on November the 23rd this year. From July the 28th to the 29th, we will have the peak of an average meteor shower called the Eta Aquarids Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from July the 12th to August the 23rd and is produced by debris left behind by comets Marsden and Cracked. It peaks this year on the night of July the 28th and the morning of July the 29th, peaking at 20 meteors per hour. The moon will be in its new moon phase during this time, which ensures dark skies for skywatchers. The meteor shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Aquarius, but can appear anywhere in the sky. From August the 12th to the 13th, we will have the peak of one of the best meteor showers this year, called the Perseids Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from July the 17th to August the 24th, and is produced by Comet Swift-Tuttle, which was discovered in 1862. It peaks this year on the night of August the 12th and the morning of August the 13th, peaking at 90 meteors per hour. However, the bright waning gibbous moon that just came out of the full moon phase will block all but the brightest meteors. The shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Perseids, but can appear anywhere in the sky. On August the 14th, we will have a Saturn opposition in which the planet will be at its closest approach to the Earth. It will be brighter than any other time of the year, and will be visible all night long. It will reach its highest point in the sky around midnight, and set below the horizon at dawn. This makes it the best time to capture Saturn and its moons. A telescope with a focal length of 700mm or above should allow you to see Saturn's rings and a few of its brightest moons. An opposition occurs when the Earth passes between the Sun and a superior planet, which is a planet farther from the Sun than the Earth. This forms a straight line across the three celestial objects. On August the 27th, Mercury will reach its greatest eastern elongation of 27.3 degrees from the Sun. This makes it the best time to view the elusive planet Mercury, since it'll be at its highest point above the horizon in the evening sky. Look for the planet low in the western sky immediately after sunset. You will still need a clear view of the horizon to see the planet due to its close proximity to the Sun. On September the 23rd, we will have the September equinox where the Sun will shine directly on the equator, resulting in nearly equal amounts of day and night. This is the first day of fall, or the autumnal equinox, in the northern hemisphere, and the first day of spring, or the vernal equinox, in the southern hemisphere. On September the 26th, we will have a Jupiter opposition in which the gas giant will be at its closest approach to the Earth. The planet will be brighter than any other time of the year, and will reach its highest point in the sky around midnight. This is the best time to view and capture the largest known planet in our solar system, and a telescope with a focal length of 700mm or above should show you some of the details in Jupiter's cloud bands. A good pair of binoculars should also let you view Jupiter and its brightest moons, appearing as bright dots on either side of the gas giant. On October the 7th, we will have the peak of a minor meteor shower, called the Draconids Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from October 6 to 10, and is produced by dust grains left behind by comet 21P Giacobini-Zinner, which was discovered in 1900. The Draconids Meteor Shower is unusual since it is best seen in the early evening, unlike the other meteor showers that are best seen in the early morning. It peaks this year on the night of the 7th at about 10 meteors per hour, but the first quarter moon will block out all but the brightest meteors. However, you could still catch a few good ones if you are patient enough. The meteor shower is best seen from a dark location in the early evening. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Draco, but can appear anywhere in the sky. On October the 8th, Mercury will reach its greatest western elongation of 18 degrees from the Sun. This makes it the best time to view the elusive planet Mercury, since it'll be at its highest point above the horizon in the early morning sky. Look for the planet low in the eastern sky just before sunrise, so you will still need to have a clear view of the horizon to do this. From October the 21st to the 22nd, we will have the peak of an average meteor shower, called the Orionids Meteor Shower. The Orionids runs annually from October 2 to November the 7th, and is produced by Comet Halley. The peak of the shower will fall on the night of October the 21st and the morning of October the 22nd. The absence of the thin crescent moon will ensure dark skies for what should be an excellent show for sky watchers. The meteor shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Orion, but can appear anywhere in the sky. Now, October brings us yet another special event called a partial solar eclipse on October the 25th. This partial solar eclipse can be seen in parts of western Russia and Kazakhstan, but it's best seen from central Russia with over 80% coverage. On October the 30th, Mars will start its retrograde motion in the night sky. the red planet will start moving eastward again on January the 12th next year. From November the 4th to the 5th, we will have the peak of a long-running meteor shower called the Taurids. The shower runs annually from September the 7th to December the 10th and consists of two separate streams. The first stream is produced by dust grains left behind by asteroid 2004 TG10, and the second stream by debris left behind by comet 2P Encke. The shower peaks this year on the night of November the 4th, but the bright 80% illuminated waxing gibbous moon will block out all but the brightest meteors. However, you could still catch a few good ones if you're patient enough. Best viewing will be from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from a constellation of Taurus, but can appear anywhere in the sky. Now, November brings us a special event known as a total lunar eclipse on November the 8th. This eclipse will be the last one for this year and can be seen throughout eastern Russia, Japan, the Pacific Ocean, Australia, and parts of western and central North America. On November the 9th, we will have a Uranus opposition in which the blue-green gas giant is at its closest to the Earth. The planet will appear brighter than any other time of the year, making this the best time to capture the distant planet. However, it will only appear as a blue-green dot in all but the most powerful telescopes. From November the 17th to the 18th, we will have the peak of an average meteor shower called the Leonids. The shower runs annually from November 6 to 30, and is produced by dust grains left behind by comet Tempel-Tuttle, which was discovered in 1865. The Leonids is a unique meteor shower since it has a cyclonic peak of approximately 33 years where hundreds of meteors per hour can be seen. The last time this happened was in 2001, so it was 21 years ago. The shower peaks this year on the night of the 17th and the morning of the 18th, peaking at 15 meteors per hour. However, the last quarter moon will block many of the fainter meteors this year, but there is still a chance for a good show. The shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Leo, but can appear anywhere in the sky. On December the 7th, we will have a lunar occultation of Mars. During this time, the moon will block people's view of the red planet in North America, Europe, and Northern Africa. The rest of the world that cannot witness the occultation will experience a Moon-Mars conjunction event instead. On December the 8th, we will have a Mars opposition where the red planet will be at its closest to the Earth. It will be brighter and bigger than any other time of the year, and will be at its highest point in the sky at midnight. This is the best time to view and capture the red planet, and a medium-sized telescope with a focal length that exceeds 700 mm should allow you to see some surface details. From December the 13th to the 14th, we will have the peak of the king of the meteor showers, called the Geminids Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from December the 7th to the 17th, and is produced by debris left behind by asteroid 3200 Phaethon, which was discovered in 1982. Many consider this shower to be the best one in the heavens, since it can produce so many bright, multicolored meteors. The shower peaks this year on the night of the 13th and the morning of the 14th, but the bright waning gibbous moon will block all but the faintest meteors. The shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Gemini, but can appear anywhere in the sky. On December the 21st, we will have the December solstice where the South Pole is tilted toward the Sun. The Sun will have reached its southernmost position in the sky and will be directly over the Tropic of Capricorn at 23.44 degrees south latitude. This also marks the first day of the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and the first day of the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. At the same time, Mercury will reach its greatest eastern elongation of 20.1 degrees from the Sun. This is the best time to view the elusive planet Mercury, since it will be at its highest point above the horizon in the evening sky. Look for the planet low in the western sky immediately after sunset. However, you will still need a clear view of the horizon to do this. Finally, from December the 21st to the 22nd, we will have the peak of the last meteor shower of the year, called the Ursid Meteor Shower. The shower runs annually from December the 17th to the 25th, and is produced by dust grains left behind by comet Tuttle, which was discovered in 1790. It peaks this year in the night of the 21st and the morning of the 22nd, peaking at 5 to 10 meteors per hour. The absence of the waning crescent moon will ensure dark skies for what should be a good show for skywatchers globally. The shower is best seen from a dark location after midnight. The meteors will radiate from the constellation of Ursa Minor, but can appear anywhere in the sky. So that's it for the highlights for the year 2022, guys, and I hope that you found this video useful and informative so far, and hopefully some of you will witness some, if not most, of the astronomical events for this year. And as always, clear skies and enjoy the universe before your very eyes. And see you next time.